Hey, beautiful humans, it is Wisdom of the Oracle Wednesday. I'm Ros Loxton and I'm going to dive straight in. Each week I like to bring a message for us to reflect through or to use as a filter to bring our current situation that we might be facing to this moment. And so I'm going to be using Colette Baron Reid's beautiful deck called Wisdom of the Oracles, and I will set an intention that today will be a benevolent container. So the container being the group or the space that I'm holding, and the space and the intention for the container is to invite a message to come through for us that will be timely. What is it that you're experiencing at the moment? This is a message for the collective and whoever is going to be tuning in to this week's Wisdom of the Oracle container. What would be a message that, with whatever we're going through as a collective at the moment and as individuals, in the collective experience, a message that would help to give us an insight or another perspective to look at our situation through. So I do ask that this container be protected against any negative or sabotaging forces. I also invite and ask that the container be protected for the life of the container. I do ask also for guides and divine support to join us in the container and to help guide the right message to come out at the right time for us. And I also like to pay my respect to the traditional custodians of the land that I am on, to elders past, present and emerging. And I am on the going country. So no further ado, I will shuffle. If one jumps out, I will grab that card. Otherwise, I'll just shuffle until it feels right. So what would be a great message, or a message that would support where we're at this week, what we're going through as a collective this week, and as individuals in the collective? What is a message that would support us? That looks like a bit of a jumper. It's called building blocks. So that is the card. That's the beautiful artwork. So it's a number 28. Actually, today is Wednesday, June the 26th, in case people like to know the date or the numbers. And this card is a number 28. So what is it that you're bringing into this container today? What is the situation that you're holding, close to you, or that's showing up for you? That you could take this message and the essence of this message and use it as a new perspective or another perspective to look at this current situation through. So what is the essential meaning for building blocks in this particular deck of oracles? Number 28. Number 28, the building blocks. The essential meaning is strong foundations. A beautiful work in progress. So if you think about the message or on a situation that you would like to look through the filter of this card through, strong foundations and a beautiful work in progress. So the Oracle's message for this card is that you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations that you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, by your ethics, by your morals, and by your core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. In the essence of in a relationship, the relationship message is When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones that already you have by building them on the foundation of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-lasting, long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, more powerful together than you are apart. The prosperity message is you have everything you need to turn iron into gold in the alchemical process of creating the prosperous life that you desire. Now's the time to build on strong foundations that you've already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intentions. Own your dream and remember that you always have more than enough and you always are enough. So abundance is ever present. Your creativity, it is divinely inspired. And the design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. You are meant for success. If the card was in a protection message, which I don't think it was, but I like to read the protection message anyway. That means it would have landed like that instead of like that. So let's look at the protection message anyway, because that may resonate for some people. Now is a time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement that you entered into, it isn't right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now's the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do that. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what is not solid for you. So I think about that message and where I'm at and what situation that I would bring to that. And it's tricky. I'm going to have to reflect on that one. But yeah, it's not that easy to change. You know, even though you know that something isn't working, it isn't always easy for some people to make that change, and that can be around your human design. You know, like if you have an undefined spleen, it is not uncommon for someone with an undefined spleen to stay in a situation longer than is good for them. You know, they've got this put up with it type of ability. So for different reasons, people won't move on out of a situation that isn't really right or good for them. But I hope that that gives you some really good reflection and some good food for thought to look through a current situation that you're going through. Of course, we're a collective, and so this message is a collective message, and you're an individual in the collective, having an individual experience with a collective energy. And so how does that message support where you are and what you're experiencing this week? Always please reach out if you've got questions. If you would like to dive deeper into your situation, we can do that in a one-on-one session together. And of course, we can use the wisdom of the oracle cards in that session, or we can put that aside and just work together as a life coach and as a counselor and as a therapist of emotions and how to clear emotions when they are blocking us or sabotaging us in some way. So I would like to thank Divine Support for being in our container and wish you the biggest love and the biggest encouragement for your best self and for your best life. I'll see you next week.